How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We're going to be checking out a video about Denmark. It's been a while since I've done any sort of Danish reactions, so I found this video by Walter's World. Recommend his channel. Check it out. Links down below for this video, of course. And we have here how to piss off Danish people, aside from being in Denmark. So maybe they just don't want travelers there, or tourists. I don't know. It says right here, we are in Denmark, and it's time to talk about how tourists upset the locals in Denmark. How to piss off a Dane. It's not easy to upset the Danes, as they're pretty chill. But they really do not want to talk to you. They see you as a tourist, and they know why you are here in Denmark, because Denmark is beautiful, so enjoy it and leave. Honestly, though, the Danes are honest and forthcoming, so don't worry if you upset them. They will let you know whether you are in Copenhagen or Odense. Filmed in Denmark. Of course it is, because he travels. Yeah. So, this is going to be cool. Let's check it out, guys. And there's just probably no way meant to offend anybody, or at least not on my part. I don't think Walter's trying to offend anybody either, but let's see. Let's see what it's all about.
Hey there, fellow travelers. Mark here with Walter's World, and today we're in Copenhagen, Denmark. We're here at the airport, and I think we need to have a little talk about ways that tourists, when they come to Denmark, kind of annoy the locals here. And sometimes you don't even realize you're doing it, but I think it's important for you to know so you can have a better time when you're here. And I think the really biggest, most important thing for tourists to know that they might annoy the locals is really think that the locals actually care. Like, they don't. The locals, the Danes, they don't give a crap about you. They don't care about your time here in Denmark, or how much you love Denmark, or how great it is to ride your bikes around here, or how awesome the pastries are, and how bagels from here. They don't care what you think, because you're not their friend. Like, you're here for a week, you're here for 2 weeks, you're here for a couple of days. You're not part of their lives, so they don't really care. And it's not a mean thing, it's not a rude thing, it's just how it is. So just know that if you think you need to share your story about what it's been like here in Denmark, the locals aren't going to care. Now, the second thing that might annoy the locals.
So basically, it's like there's so many tourists too. It's like, why would they? I mean, I get it. Everybody has their own life that they have to do, and they're, I guess I'd be the same way, but maybe not so much. I mean, probably not actually here, because here in America, there's a lot less tourists, like around where I'm at least, right? I can't speak for New York City or Los Angeles, Chicago, places like that. I don't live in a big city, but you don't get a lot. So I guess that around here, if there was like a tourist or somebody from another country, it'd be interesting, right? But like if you're living in Copenhagen, it's an all day, everyday occurrence. So it's probably just like, it's nothing new to you, right?
When you're here is if you stand in the bike lane. Look, I'll be honest with you, riding bikes here in Denmark is awesome. Like, there's bike paths everywhere, whether you're in the city, you're in the countryside, rural areas, in the forest. I mean, it's awesome to ride your bike around here, and the people and the locals really ride their bikes all the time. But what you have to,
just like the Netherlands, you don't stand in the bike paths. And I've heard from a lot of comments that Denmark and the Netherlands have a lot of similarities in regards to culture and like the bike paths and stuff like that. So yeah, pretty much anywhere you go, if there's a designated cycling lane, don't treat it like a sidewalk like you would here in the United States, because it's not a sidewalk, it's a cycling lane, and the cyclists have priority.
to realize is you don't block the bike path. So if you stand on the bike path, if you're like taking your picture, like, oh, I want to get a picture of Tivoli, and you're on the bike path, no, like that really upsets the locals here. It's like, we ride, you die, tourist. Okay, so
It's the same thing as standing in the middle of a road. A bike is considered like a vehicle over there. Not like here in the United States, where a bike is considered a children's toy or something that you would just go and use for, like, mountain biking on the trails. No, over there it's a vehicle. There's dedicated cycle lanes, just like there's dedicated roads for cars, and it's like, it's the same thing as, don't stand in the middle of the road, right? I mean, the cars are probably going to try to stop. I mean, if you're just in the road, of course they would try, but not a bike, because a bike knows they ain't going to kill you.
do be aware of that. And the thing is if you're getting off the bus, like here in Copenhagen, or you're getting out of a taxi, a lot of times you actually step off into the bike path. Okay, so do pay attention for that, because you can get hurt, but more importantly, you could really annoy the locals with that. All right, now the third way you're going to annoy the locals,
I mean, that's kind of like trying to set us up from the start, though. We just step right out in the bike path. People don't even know about the bike path situation, and they're just, first thing they do, step out, is on the path. That's funny.
locals if you're here is if you're taking public transportation and you talk. Now, I told you you don't need to share your story, but this is just talking in general. If you're on public transportation in Denmark, it is very quiet. Like, really, really, really quiet. Okay, so you need to be quiet when you're on the public transportation.
Okay, so no small talk, fellow Americans.
If you're not, you're being not even being loud, just like talking normally. Like people will give you dirty looks, and they might actually say something. It's not like other countries where they might just sit there and in their mind think naughty thoughts about you. They might be like, hey, okay, so just be
Are the Dutch, or not the Dutch, are the Danes as direct as the Dutch? Are they direct like the Dutch? Maybe.
aware of that. Now, another way you might annoy the locals here is if you compare Denmark to Sweden. Now, I'm not saying compare Sweden to Denmark and then say Sweden's better, because
I'm over here comparing it to Netherlands. Okay, cool. So I'm good because he says don't compare it to Sweden. I didn't.
I'll be honest, the Danes have no inferiority complex when it comes to Sweden. They know they're better than Sweden. That's not really a problem. But they don't like when foreigners kind of compare them to Sweden, because look, they're like, look, we're Denmark. We're way better than anything over there. Like, don't compare us to Malmo, because that's one of the things that might irk them a little bit. So just have a heads up for that. Another thing I think is important for you to know, and when it might not really upset the locals, but they'd appreciate if you did know that, is if you don't know that Lego is from Denmark. Like,
Yeah.
they love Lego because it's from
Legoland.
here, and they're all about Lego. And if you don't know it's from Denmark, they will be a little upset, and they will point it out to you. And also, don't forget the plural of Lego is Lego. Okay, so that's another little thing they like to mention to you as a tourist sometimes. And then I think I'll finish off with this one, because this is one thing that it kind of annoyed the locals when I was here. At least it got to the point that they came up and talked to me. And that is, if you don't eat your Danish hot dog correctly.
Okay, these Danish hot dogs I have seen in some other videos that I've reacted to. Danish hot dogs are just on another level. It is just, it's not even, it's so much on another level that it shouldn't even be classified as a regular hot dog. Like, cause you got hot dogs. We have hot dogs here. I've had a good hot dog. I've had hot dogs that look delicious like this and everything, the toppings and all that. But it's not about that. It's the dog itself. Okay. And you got hot dog, and that's just a normal regular hot dog, classic or fancy with the toppings. But then you got the Danish hot dogs that are just above and beyond. It's like how Belgian ale is superior to like all other beer brands. Sorry, other countries, but personal opinion, Belgian ale is you can't beat it. It's in its own class. It shouldn't even be in a class of beer. Like, it should be its own. I mean, I guess it is kind of its own thing a little bit, but you know what I'm saying. The Danish hot dog, from what I've seen, of course I can't tell taste wise. I haven't had one, but the videos and the reactions from the people that ate them and everything, you're not going to get a better hot dog on the planet than you will in Denmark. That's just, from what I gather, almost a fact.
Because you have all the stuff on it, and you might drip it on yourself. So you got to make sure you got the right
I mean,
lean.
look, that's almost like a sausage. Our hot dogs aren't like that. Our hot dogs are our hot dogs are basically like they took bologna and shaped it like a hot dog. And not even the bologna that you're thinking of. You're thinking about European bologna, which is probably superior. I'm talking about the crappy American stuff. This here, that looks like a full-on sausage. I want one so bad.
When you're eating your Danish hot dog, because they'll be like, you're doing it wrong, and they'll come up and actually help you with that. So I hope these 6 little things that might annoy locals here in Denmark help you enjoy your trip here to Copenhagen or other parts of this beautiful country, and so you can have a great time. So I'll say bye from here at the Copenhagen airport.
Yeah, that's good. How to piss off Danish people. So let me know what you think about it, and let me know about those Danish hot dogs. Are they as good as they look? Are they as good as it sounds like they are to me? Anyways, thanks for watching with me, guys. Please consider liking and subscribing. That'd be super cool. That would be like awesome as hell. And it doesn't take nothing but a couple seconds of time. Appreciate it super much. Helps the channel grow and whatnot. So anyways, you guys have a super fun, awesome day, and I will catch you in the next one. Take care. Bye.